back to the channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Jasmine. If you guys aren't new here, welcome back. So in today's video, we are doing a speed build in The Sims 4. Now you guys know I have been doing a lot of builds lately because I am pretty freshly new to this game. Like, I'm only a month in and I just have so many creative ideas to do building wise. So this house that I built is for a small family, not a huge family, but basically it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. It has a nice dining area and living room area, and as well as the kitchen. It's a really nice kitchen. It is, I think, on a 30 by 20 if I can remember, and it's on Fern Park. Now I did do cheats. Now if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's basically the Sims 4 hacks. You type in testing testing cheats true, and then you list in the search bar all these other cheats. So that's what I'm doing right here, if you guys could see. And right there, I literally just racked up 9 million. If you guys want a video on how I do these cheats, just let me know down in the comments. But this house, I don't know exactly like if there's even a style made for this house, like an actual name, but I basically just designed it how I thought everything would look and how everything would piece together nicely. Now the one thing that I did find in each room, each room had in common was 3 walls were white and 1 wall was a design of brick. Now I wanted to do this just so the room could stand out a little more. It could have like a pop of texture. Now the only room that is a completely different color is definitely the master bedroom. The master bedroom is a more chilled out, more quiet space. There was definitely a fireplace that I put in there, and whenever I was doing this build, I was really taking my time. Like, I put some things down, and then later on, like 30 minutes I changed it up and I switched it out. Like, I really wanted everything to flow really perfectly. So right now I am definitely doing the kitchen. I did all stainless steel and I did white bar stools. Now you guys know these are the saucer lights. I absolutely adore these lights. They give off so much power even with one going on. But this dining slash kitchen slash living room area, it was a hefty piece. Like, it was a big chunk of the house. So I had to use 3 saucer lights, but it definitely helped using 3 of them instead of just 1. And you guys know I'm sporadic. I tell you guys this every single sim video. I'm probably one of the very few builders of Sims 4 that will put something down and then see something else that they like and then put it in a different room. But that's just how I am. I'm sorry that I don't go like room to room to room. I try to, but then I get off track, and I don't know. If I like it, I'm just going to move on to where I want to put it, and then we'll go back to what we're doing. But right now I'm just setting up columns in the front. Now I did end up reshaping the front piece in a little bit. You guys will see what I mean, but I did do hardwood floors. I just thought it looked really nice, and I saw this deal on YouTube Shorts where you make it like a super small room like this one, and you actually make it a fireplace and you put one on top of it. I thought it was so freaking genius. I don't know why I didn't see that short sooner, but I really loved how it turned out. Now I did do the base of the fireplace all stone. I really wanted to let that stand out in the living room, and like I said, one of the walls is going to be brick and the rest is just going to be plain white, and that's in every single room of this house except for the master bedroom. The master bedroom, like I said, is it's very modern in the master bedroom, especially in the restroom that connects to it, the master suite. So yeah, and the windows, guys, let me tell you about the windows. So whenever I was making this build, the windows and the curtains were messing me up badly. Now, like I said, I don't have any packs. I don't have any expansion packs, but I do use a lot of the debug material, like the debug features that Testing Cheats True gives you. And I was trying to look for stuff that will fit around the whole entire house. And man, when I got to the windows, I was just like, let me try to figure out this window situation. I was laying down a couple windows I liked, and then I figured out that the cabinets overhead, they were going to cover the window, so I'm like, what's the point of putting them there? So I ended up just putting them there because I really liked how the windows brought in a lot of sun through the kitchen. So that is why I changed those windows. And now the back and the front windows, they were a pain and a half. And I think I was just putting a lot of stress on myself just because the curtains weren't working in my favor. Like, I would minimize them, I would maximize them, I would leave it to its original length, and it just didn't look right. None of these curtains looked like they should have been in this house. Now, as you guys can see, I did do the back wall of the living room a brick style pattern. I really like how I did that. I don't know what came over me, but the living room, I ended up changing the brick style pattern. It was, I don't know what you call it. It looks like a tan brick type deal, but it's not actual brick. Basically, each room has a one wall accent slash texture deal, but the fireplace I definitely kept stone. Now, probably one of my favorite parts of this whole entire house is the dining room. I really loved how I put together this simplistic dining area. Now, I was messing around with these rugs, and I was like trying to lay them over each other just to make it look a little more lived in. I've seen a lot of Sim 4 builders do that, but I was just like, these rugs aren't meshing well together, so let me just take one out. And then I added these gigantic arched windows, and I thought it just gave such a beautiful look to the dining room area. I did put overhead these drop lights. I want to call them lanterns. Forgive me if I'm saying them wrong. But that is what the living room looks like and the dining room. Now, I didn't know what to put against this back wall, so I just ended up putting a bookcase. I was trying my best to like put something there, like to cover that wall, and I just couldn't find anything that I liked that would go in that wall space. So I was just winging it at this point. But I did put a sliding door in the back because I felt like that was necessary, and in the end you guys will see that I built a balcony, just a tiny one, for the Sim family, like the dad per se, to grill in the back. There is going to be a deck, like a patio area, and there's also going to be a seating area for 4. But I see, this is where we are. We're at the curtain situation. Now, with the curtains, it was messing me up really, really badly. Like, I was getting stressed out. The windows, they weren't cooperating with me. The curtains, they weren't cooperating with me. I didn't know what color scheme I wanted to go to. Like, for some reason, it's the windows that messed me up more than anything. Like, do you guys see the drapes? The drapes, it just wasn't doing what I envisioned it would look like, if you guys understand what I mean. So I just ended up going with navy blue curtains, and you guys will see I have them green now, but I'm like, that doesn't really match, so I went with a dark blue just to give it a pop of color. I did maximize that coat rack in the front as soon as you walk through the front door. And I did do not a lot of landscaping, but I did do some, and I thought it looked pretty darn cool. Now you guys see I have these windows, but I'm just like, what the heck am I going to dress them up with? But this is what I got going on so far, and I was trying to figure out the backdoor rug situation. I was like, that's a cool rug, but I'm like, that's like more for the other video idea that I have, which I'm not going to say because that is going to be posted tomorrow. So you guys will see, just stay tuned. But I really love how I placed the white couches and this octagon table. It's just so nice. I think it really complements the living room, because usually whenever you're placing down a living room table, you think of, oh, it's a rectangle, oh, it's a square, oh, it's just so normal. I wanted something like with some body to it, so that's why I picked the octagon table. And if you look in really closely, into that octagon table. It's like a woven wood piece on the side. Like the design is like woven wood, which is pretty darn cool. And that piece that I put on top of the table, it's like for Chinese New Year, I think. But I just picked the silver option, and you see a wonky shape. That is going to be the master restroom. I didn't want to just make it a square or a rectangle. Like I said, I wanted different things in this house, but not so different. Like, I don't know where I was going with this, but it turned out actually pretty nice. It was very different than what I'm actually used to building. But the room that I did build after I did the main area of the house is definitely for two boys, teenager or small boys, but it's like, I would say the age would be like 9 to 12 in my mind. But you guys will see, I ended up putting a brick wallpaper against the bathroom door. I thought it had like caution tape, which I thought was pretty darn cool, especially like for a boy. But there's two twin beds hiked up against each other, and then I wanted just blue accents in this room. I did put a lamp in the corner because it did fit how I wanted it to, and I put that like measuring deal next to the door, because that's usually what moms put up for their kids, or you have your kids like stand up next to the door and you just take a pencil and you just draw like the line and you put the date and the height. But that's what that resembles. And I did end up giving them a dresser and a TV. I did put a Kleenex tissue box right there, just in case they have like runny noses and whatnot. In this area where the Starship and Rocket Ship portraits are, I did end up putting a desk for any type of homework. And of course I went with the blue theme. They got a simple light. Boys, they don't really care about decoration, but I kept the light very simple. I didn't want it to be like glitz and glam or anything like that. And they definitely got two night lights. Now these night lights I saw again from another simmer. They're supposed to keep the monster away from your children's beds, so I definitely did put two, not over their heads, but as long as they're in the vicinity, then you won't have to worry about the monsters coming to scare your kids and then having to wake up the parents and whatnot. But this is what the wallpaper looks like. I think it looks so sick, especially in a boy's room. Now we are heading over to the restroom. Like I said, boys, they're pretty much messy. They don't really care for the appearance of the bathroom as long as they have a toilet to use, a shower to get clean in, and I don't know if they would even brush their teeth, but we put a toothbrush holder there. So like I said, this is for two boys, 9 to 12 max, maybe pushing 13, but that's just really up to the sim family. But I did end up putting that nice toilet in against the wall. Well, I was supposed to say in the corner. I had it in the corner and then I changed it. I went with the blue shower. I didn't give them a fancy mirror. I just gave them the one with the cabinet attached to it, so they could put their deodorant there, their Q-tips or anything like that. And like I said, all the other walls in this restroom are going to be white, and I ended up putting two different blue robes against the wall, just because one is for one twin or one brother and one's for the other. I did put this tack map because I thought it looked pretty darn cool. It kind of reminded me of like COD in a way, like how we have our tack maps in COD. I put clothes on the floor, which are obviously dirty. I put a brown basket for their dirty clothes, which they do not use. I put only one towel. I should have put two, but then again, I actually put one color of each of towels onto their bathroom cabinet, so it's totally fine. And I really liked how I put the hand towels against the mirror. I think that's a nice accent. Now, this middle hallway, it was really bugging me. I was like trying to figure out what to put here, because it's such a it's not the smallest hallway you've ever seen, but it's definitely it's not very small, but it's small enough to where your mind is like, what the heck goes in this hallway. I was trying to put not the spaceship, I was trying to put the pirate ship on top of that hallway desk. It just wasn't working. And then I found this knight in the debug section, and I was like, okay, he's just going to stay there for right now. Now we are moving into the master bedroom. Now the master bedroom is, like I said, it's very contemporary, it's very modern, it's very stay out of my sight, I'm at peace, don't bother me, like, see you tomorrow type vibe. So that is what this room is giving. I did end up giving them a fireplace, which I love. I went with mainly dark gray in this master bedroom. I just felt like it complements the aesthetic a lot. I did end up changing the bed just because I felt like they're a more toned down couple, so I don't need the glitz, I don't need the glam, like I said with the boys' room. I ended up changing the floor like 3 times. I just did not know what hardwood floor, like what color scheme to go with, but since this whole entire room is like gray and contemporary, I did go with a gray hardwood floor. It's not the vinyl one, it's just the gray hardwood floor. And now these portraits I absolutely love, but I had to take them out because I put windows. They are just basic portraits from the base game, and I like magnified them and they look so good. But then I was like, there's no windows. But then at the end, I didn't switch the window position from the front to the side, which I could have done, but I totally forgot. But then I finished the video and my thumbnail, so I was like, now I have to leave it because it's set in stone. But like I said, all gray, all contemporary, all modern. Now we are in the master bathroom. They got the most expensive tub out of the whole entire house. I did end up putting it in the corner. I love these doors, especially for the restroom. I don't know, it just gives a bathroom door feel. I just put a little table right there, and I would just put like a stack of towels right next to it. Even though there's a towel rack right there, like what if they're taking a bath and they just need extra towels? So that's what I put right there. And then I did end up putting these mirrors there, and the back splash of the curved wall is that black brick tile, the huge one, not the super tiny one, but the really big blocks. It kind of looks like Legos, if you will. Now you guys see it, and then I ended up putting these 3 lights just because I wanted to do something different. I didn't just want to put the lights against the mirror like how I always do. I did end up keeping this rug, which I actually liked, and I did switch out the bathroom cabinets. I thought this complemented the look more than the other set that I had. Each one got hand towels on each side. One side is for the woman, one side is for the guy. The one on the guy's side is on the right, and he definitely has like a stack of like body lotion and cologne and stuff like that. And I just put these books here on the side dresser just because I feel like a lot of people read before they go to bed. That's why they also have a bookshelf in that room. Now you guys see me finicking with the hallway, and I found a trash can, and I was like, every restroom has a trash can, so let me just put that there. And now you see me finicking with the hallway again. I go from plants, I go from the night, I put this little curtain deal. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. It was like midnight when I was doing this, and I'm like, how is my brain not functioning right now? I just don't understand. But I ended up putting these lined big plants against the wall, and then I just put a portrait, like that blue portrait. I just put it on top because I had literally zero idea what to put there. In the beginning, I had said I had to reshape the front, which is what I did, and now I'm just lining the whole entire thing with a nice slate gray brick type deal. And I did keep the fireplace that nice stone, and I did planks for the overhead underneath the roof bit. I don't know what you call that, but it's like, you know how there's a triangle, right? Obviously for your roof, and then the inside, but it's actually the exterior of the 3-dimensional triangular shape. That it's planks, but I don't know what you call that. like you're putting the plank on, just the exterior of the 3-dimensional triangle, I guess. But that is what I put the planks on, and I just kept it nice, white, and simple. And the bottom trim is a nice bright white. Now here I am doing some landscaping. This is so satisfying. I lined the whole entire house with these hedges. The whole entire house. It took me like, I want to say like 8 or 9 minutes. And I messed up obviously a few times, because you can obviously see where I messed up. It's like Minecraft, like you can see the little mess ups, and I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna mess up even more as soon as I get to the front. And I was right. It was off by like a line, like a square. So in the front on the left hand side, no, the right hand side, my right hand side, I had to move all those blocks on that side in the front to square it up with the other side on the left hand side, and you guys will see that here. I did end up moving the mailbox. Now this is what I'm talking about. I had to move it basically a square over. It ended up being okay because it was just 1 square. Now if it was like 4 squares over, I probably would have died doing this, because I was so tired at this point of just lining the whole entire land with hedges. This is not the biggest one that they have. I think they have like a 40 by 50 or 60 by 50 or some type of land like that, but I did not get that. This is a 30 by 20, so I am grateful it was kind of small compared to other lands. But this is about the back balcony slash deck that I was talking about. Not really a balcony, but you guys get what I mean. I put this little seating area with the umbrella, and whenever I'm doing that seating umbrella table in the corner, I always want to turn it at an angle diagonal, just because I feel like it gives that area not so much character, but like a little something something, just because I don't want it to be exactly lined up with the corner. And then in the debug section, I found these beautiful like lavender purple bushes, and I was like, I have to line the side of the house with that. I don't know why. But I did give the dad sim a grill, a telescope for the kids just to look at the stars and grays and whatnot, and a trash can. There's a pile of wood. I don't know if you can see the wood because it's like blended in with the actual wooden deck, but it's definitely there. I put a pile of wood, and then I found a grill brush in the debug section, and I just had to put it there. Now here you see me replacing my roof. Whenever I went back to see what the front was looking like, my roof was gone, and you guys clearly see that my roof was gone. I have no idea what happened to my freaking roof. It just like disappeared like Houdini. Where did she go? I have no idea. Did she ever come back? No, she did not. So I had to replace her. And then what I did was I had to redo the roof design, which was not a big issue because all you have to do is like 2 simple clicks. But I was really confused on why my roof disappeared. And here you see my sim getting burnt. Now, I don't understand why she was getting burnt, but that's what happened with my fireplace. And I did put those windows in the front. Now you're going to see what happens. And this whole entire house cost me $80,000, but I mean, if you do the money cheat, which I will make a video on, it 80,000 is nothing when you have like 9 mil. But this is what the overview looks like of the whole entire house. I'm going to do a house tour, definitely for sure. But there's a grill brush that I was talking about, and then I did put an outside lantern. But yeah, now we are going to go into the front of the house, and we are going to show the landscaping and whatnot. This is a living room. You see my sim, she's obviously burnt. I didn't want to cut that out because I was like, this is what the Sims do. When you're not paying attention, they will literally do this for absolutely no reason. Now, this is the living room, and she's literally just reading a book. She's being chill, and those are the blue curtains that I went with. Now, like I said, in the beginning, I did keep that double door, and I put a fire hydrant next to the door. I did stainless steel, and you see that corner? That corner was bugging me so much. I don't know what happened there, but I had to, like, fix it, and I was just, like, so confused. Like, during this build, there was a lot of different things happening. Like, the rooms were being wonkified, and then my roof had gone missing. Like, it just wasn't working in my favor. But yeah, that's what the kitchen looks like. And I did put pots and pans, a cutting board, that little coffee bean bag. I did put bottles of wine in the corner, and I love this little stool just in case, like, the Sims family, like the kids, want to help out with cooking and whatnot. I thought that was really a nice accent. I put the Lysol, of course, on the other side. You don't want to put that near food. There's 3 white bar stools, the automatic trash can, which gives you money for how many people you have in that household. So say you have 1 person living there, each time you throw away your trash, you get $10. Say you have 2 people, 20 each time. Say you have 3 people, 30. 4 people, 40. So that's how much money you get back every time. Now this is the dining room. I think it's my favorite part of the house. Honestly, I like how simplistic and beautiful it is. The hallway, it was iffy for me. You see a firefighter in my house just because of what my sim did. She set herself on fire in the master bedroom with the fireplace. Now, how did she do it? I have no idea. Did she fall in? Did she touch the fire? I just don't know what she did there. But he is currently in the boys' room. Now, I did put a mirror there. A lot of cool accents in this room. I put that little shield deal with the sword just because it reminded me of like Dungeon and Dragons, like D&D from Stranger Things. It reminded me of that, or like Magic, the card game. So that's why I put that there. And the boys got saucer lights, and I did put blue. And I don't understand why I had to repaint that wall white. I could have sworn I did the whole entire thing white, but I guess not. Now this is what I was talking about. It's wonktified. You see that little dent there? I don't understand why that's there. It makes no sense because the only curved room that I did was on the master, but that's on the far side of the house. So I don't understand why that indentation was there. But now we are into the master room. They got a plumb bob fan. They got a nice 3-wall mirror, flat screen, huge fireplace, basket of laundry right there. That's already folded. It just needs to be put up. And you see, I took away the masterpieces. I should have put the windows on the other side, but I didn't realize that until after the video was done. So this is what my wall looks like. It looks like plain Jane. Oh, also, guys, I don't know if you can see it, but I have a frog. Do you guys see that? It's in his little aquarium. He's so cute. I put a snake plant right next to him. And the bathroom. Now, the bathroom, I kept a concrete floor. It's just the basic floor. And then all the other walls are white. And then the curved one is that black, very blocky, Lego-looking design. This is the cabinet for the restrooms. I put little accents. I put even candles in the middle. But this is the house, and it turned out pretty nice for considering like how much land I had to build on and whatnot. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one.